Well, good morning, Susquehanna Valley. Thanks for joining us on this Super Sunday edition of News 8 Today. I'm Jacob Hunziker alongside meteorologist Mary Ellen Pan with a check at the Storm Team forecast. We touched on it a little bit in the open. Those beautiful temperatures. Please tell me they're going to be sticking around. They're not going away. We're staying in the 70s and the 80s, right?
Yes, right. Yeah, for a couple days.
A couple days. Well, I'll take it. It's better than nothing.
It feels so nice outside. It's just a pleasant start to the day, refreshing. And the sun comes up around 6:07 to sunrise. The skies are starting to brighten, and you could see we have clear skies as we check out our Carlisle Skycam. We're going to see wall-to-wall sunshine today. Temperatures right now, 47 in Landisburg, 52 in Lewistown, 53 in Selinsgrove. Harrisburg dropped to 59. That's the first time we've been in the 50s since June 14th. That's 48 days ago. 57 in Elizabethtown. We have 56 New Freedom. Good morning, York. You're at 52 degrees. So a crisp morning. Dew points are in the 40s and 50s across the area. Just an outstanding start to our Sunday. High pressure is dominating our weather almost right over top of us. So winds are light, skies are clear, and we are looking at a fabulous forecast as we head through the day. Maybe a little haze from wildfire smoke in Canada coming in through the afternoon hours, but overall not too bad. Temperatures will climb a little bit warmer than yesterday into the low 80s, and we're going to continue with the comfortable conditions, but the humidity does return along with some warmer temperatures, and I'll let you know how soon in my full forecast.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. Hopefully it's a long, long time. Well, we begin this morning with protests all over the country. Nearly 350 protests against the Trump administration all across the U.S. yesterday. They're called Rage Against the Regime. Protesters criticized immigration enforcement and spending cuts for government programs. Here in the Susquehanna Valley, rallies happened in Gettysburg, York, East Hempfield Township, Lebanon. The protests were coordinated by the organization known as 5051, which also put together the No Kings protest in June and Good Trouble Lives On marches last month. Meanwhile, in New York City Square, a crowd gathered on George and Market Street, saying that they are fed up with recent policies from the Trump administration. And on the right, this is a look from our Skycam of the protest that happened in Gettysburg. And there was also a protest on the steps of the Capitol in Harrisburg. News 8's Taylor Hess was there and gives us a look at how demonstrators spoke up about their frustrations with the Trump administration.
Hundreds flood the Capitol steps here in Harrisburg as they protest the Trump administration. Chants, honks, and music filled the air at the state capitol Saturday evening.
This is the Rage Against the Regime rally.
The people of Harrisburg are showing up in numbers to come out and stand up.
These protests held by the 5051 organization aren't anything new. There's been at least one a month since the start of the year.
Take your feelings, take your frustration that you have with what is going on in the world today and put it into action.
And that's exactly what protesters did.
You know, we're for the people. We love everybody, and we want everybody to, you know, to have that same love reciprocated.
As they stress the importance of standing up for what you believe in.
Come on out to these protests. Show that you care. Call your representatives. Write your representatives. Send them letters. Email them.
And organizers say even if you have different beliefs, they welcome you to have an insightful conversation with them.
We, I think, are always open for peaceful conversation, constructive conversation. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation, so anyone is welcome to engage in that conversation. It's not us versus them. This is us together trying to make our country and our home a better place to live in.
And what's next? Well, the 5051 organization says they're in the process of planning another protest. In Harrisburg, Taylor Hess, WGAL, News 8.
And as those protests continue around the country, the Trump administration is touting record tariff revenue. But just how much of that money is actually coming out of your pocket? And could the government actually give some revenue back in what are known as rebate checks? Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco is digging into just how much money the tariffs are bringing in so far.
Jacob, the federal government is already bringing in about $30 billion in tariff revenue a month, and that number could soon grow even further if SEBRA import taxes on dozens of trading partners take effect on Thursday as currently scheduled.
We're taking in literally trillions of dollars for the country. This is making our country very rich and respected again.
The White House insists that the cost of these tariffs will be borne by foreign exporters, but economists say it's largely Americans who are paying up. That's because tariffs are tacked on to the price of foreign goods and paid by U.S. businesses when those goods arrive on American soil. Then that business has a choice: eat the added cost or pass it on to consumers.
It's still up in the air how much is going to be absorbed or swallowed by American businesses and importers versus passed on to American consumers. Probably a little bit of each.
While there's still uncertainty, the Yale Budget Lab estimates if all of President Trump's tariffs take effect on August 7th as planned, it will amount to an average per household income loss of $2,400 in 2025 alone. Now, one Republican Senator, Josh Hawley, is proposing a bill to give some of that money back to Americans in the form of rebates, kind of like those stimulus checks that we got during the COVID pandemic. He's pitching $600 per adult and dependent child, with a larger credit if tariff revenue exceeds expectations. But the Tax Foundation argues that the plan could be inflationary, adding, quote, a better way to provide relief would be to simply repeal the tariffs altogether. Now, it's not yet clear if this bill has enough votes to pass in Congress. President Trump, for his part, has said that tariff rebates are something that he is thinking about, but that his main goal for this revenue is to pay down the national debt. In Washington, I'm Jackie DeFusco, WGAL News 8.